encourage you to come and visit us. So, as we said, we've in true Three Hammers style, we've reached out there to our fans, and we've informed every one of you, who are the RNA, Phil, Anderton, Jenny, and first question being, which was a popular one. So, what is the RNA's role in golf, and why are you called the RNA?
So I'll go for that one, Jenny.
Go for it.
So I'll start with the latter part of the question. So why called the RNA? There's the Royal and Ancient Golf Club, which is a golf club up in St Andrews that's been there since 1750 something, I think. And then in the early 2000s, golf and the RNA was growing so much that the Royal and Ancient Golf Club decided to set up a company that would run all the commercial affairs that the RNA is in charge of, so running the Open Championship, retail, all those types of areas, and that's called the RNA. So you've got the Royal and Ancient Golf Club that owns the RNA, which is the sort of business side of the club.
Excellent. And with this, continuing a similar theme, so what is the RNA doing to encourage more people to take up golf?
Well, I'll do the first one, and then you can cover off the lap and the hill. So what we do is we take the money that's generated from staging the best tournament in the world, the Open Championship. We take that money and then we invest that back into golf around the world, outside of the USA and Mexico. So we provide grants to federations like England Golf, who can then invest it back directly into the sport. And then we also do some of our own activities. And Jenny, do you want to talk about Latham Hill?
Yeah, well, the RNA, still is here to make golf more appealing, accessible and inclusive.
Correct.
And to make sure that the sport's thriving 50 years from now. So as Phil said, all the money that we make from our professional events is then reinvested back into the game. And we've recently invested in a council course in Glasgow. And we're really creating a new blueprint for golf. So a complete pathway, it's going to be accessible, appealing, inclusive, really bringing golf back into the community and making a real vibrant hub for people to come and enjoy the sport who maybe wouldn't have before now. So very exciting.
Before now, but there are some brilliant facilities around the UK that are already doing that, and we're here right now at Three Hammers that does a fantastic job. I mean, we've just seen it out there on the range with kids from Wolverhampton Grammar School, just having fun and being introduced to this great sport. So, big kudos to the team here for really helping to push and develop the sport.
Brilliant. Thanks. Thank you, Phil. Your facility, by the way, I've seen images, looks amazing, so I can't wait to actually go and see it in person. Today we've had a little tour. There's lots going on here with the schools and the ladies. We've got Ladies Love Golf here today, John delivering a session. So with that in mind, so what do you think, what are the RNA in particular doing to actually welcome more women into this sport?
Well, I think the RNA's done a lot to say having this kind of exclusion from women from the sport's not acceptable. So we introduced the Women in Golf Charter. We're creating marketing and promotional materials that clubs can tap into to try and engage with women. The events that we run, our amateur championships, we're now bringing men and women, boys and girls together playing golf, which is fantastic. And you'll be seeing more activity in the future, bringing on women influencers who can say, if you want to be like me, here I am, you can play golf. So those are just a few of the things that we're doing to encourage more women to play the sport.
Great, no, that's great. It's awesome to see here at Three Hammers. Ladies golf over the years has really has boomed. So good question here. Why is golf still perceived as a rich man's sport?
Well, I think it's because, unfortunately, there are, in the history, a lot of the clubs were men only. And when you've established that kind of a reality, you then see that being brought into things like advertising on television, where the depiction of golf is shown to be for white, old, rich, pale, stale people, frankly, like me. But we know the reality is different, and what we are trying to do at the RNA is to encourage, frankly, more of these types of facilities. Because the more of these types of facilities that we have, and more success that you have, it will encourage other facilities in golf to mirror that. And then over time you'll begin to change that perception. The other thing that we're doing is we're partnering with people like Niall Horan, because they've got a passion for golf,
Mhm.
but also they've got followings, millions of people who follow them, and a lot of them are younger, a lot of them are female, and if we can get them to see the reality of golf through people like Niall Horan, then we'll change and smash that kind of image pretty quickly.
It's funny you should say that, actually. Just slightly off point. A few years ago, we had a girls' school visit us here, and a few of the girls kind of turned up, and I was kind of like, yeah, what's golf all about? And lo and behold, a certain Liam Payne turned up in his chauffeur-driven Bentley, and certainly like that, the girls were like, they were on the hook.
Well,
straight
well
away,
that's
so.
right. Yeah, I mean, we announced the partnership with Modest Golf, which is the agency that
Which is great.
Horan has set up with Mark McDonnell, and when we put the announcement out, we got 12 million impressions. 60% female, 40% male, 18 to 24-year-olds, 40 countries, and that was just the announcement. So yeah, we can do something about that image for sure.
Wow.
I think it's also about removing the barriers, isn't
Correct.
it? So somewhere like this, it's welcoming, there's no dress code, you're absolutely encouraged to come in and give it a try, and I think that's where golf's sort of really gotten its own way over the years.
Definitely. The idea of kind of you can only join this club if you've gone to a certain school, or if you can only afford this certain amount of money. There's a place for that, but the real opportunity, as Jenny said, is to go back to how golf was created. It's a sport for everyone. It's a sport for the community. So make it accessible, make it inclusive, and make it appealing, as Jenny said. If we do that, we'll thrive as a sport.
Brilliant. Perhaps a question for you here, Jenny, with the new facility. So, in your opinion, has new technology such as the tracer technology made golf more attractive?
I think it has. I mean, even looking at these kids just now, just playing catch the fish or, hit a ball into the shark pond, of course that plays a big part. We're actually doing some research at the moment with a wee mini kids board that we've set up to really figure out, well, what is going to make golf more engaging for kids? Technology is such a big part of their lives now, of education, so how do we bring that to life and make golf more fun through their eyes? Would a kid rather come to the range a lot more if they can build a Minecraft city by playing golf shots into the range? What is it that's really going to drive that next generation? And I think if we're going to make sure that golf is thriving, then we need to really understand that and embrace all the innovation that's out there.
Thank you both so much for your time today. Thank you for taking part in our Q&A, and look forward to visiting your facility. Hopefully we can work close together, and we look forward to seeing you again really soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for having us.